Speaking tip number 3, introducing yourself and others. In many business situations, you need to introduce yourself to a person or a group. But don't worry, it's not like you are having another recruiting interview. You don't need to describe in detail your whole resume or explain why you chose this career. Never forget the rule, keep it short and simple. Focus on short sentences. Saying your name, your role, and mentioning that you are excited to work with the team is usually enough. Mr. Johnson, hello, I'm Robert Johnson, the new project manager. I look forward to working with you all. Apart from this first introduction, which usually takes place as soon as we are recruited for a new job, there are also other situations that require people to introduce themselves. In general, they fall into 2 categories: when you are able to recognize the person to whom you are speaking, and when you are unsure about who they are. For example, the first case may occur when you are already waiting for a business partner to arrive in a meeting, even if you have never seen them before, while the second case usually happens more spontaneously, in situations that have not been scheduled. See the examples. Example 1: Able to recognize person. Miguel Lopez. Good afternoon, Dr. Morales. I am Miguel Lopez, with ABC Technology. How was your flight? Dr. Morales, just great, thank you. Everything went well, and I arrived on time. Example 2: Unable to recognize person. Miguel Lopez, excuse me, are you Dr. Morales from National Tech? Dr. Morales, yes, I am. Miguel Lopez, well, good morning. I am Miguel Lopez from ABC Technology. How was your flight? Dr. Morales, just great, everything went according to plan. In case another person cannot recognize you, there are some expressions you can use to clarify what your role is in the company. For example, I work with. I am from. I work for. Sometimes you need to introduce other people to a colleague or a group. You can do this in 6 steps. 1. Start by saying the name of the most important person in this conversation. You can determine this by their position in the company, for example. 2. Say an introductory phrase. 3. Name the other person. 4. Tell the first person an information about the second person. 5. Say the name of the first person. 6. Tell the second person an information about the first person. This may sound like a tough mathematical formula, but the examples below will show you how simple it really is. Example 1: Tammy Chow, Ms. Anna Berger, first person, may I introduce, introductory phrase, Mr. Mark Jones? Second person. He is our new auditor in the compliance department. Information about second person. Ms. Berger, name of the first person, is our CFO. Information about the first person. Example 2. General Manager, Ms. Jane Smith. 1. I'd like to introduce. 2. Dr. James Taylor. 3. He is our new head of research. 4. Ms. Smith. 5. Is the chairman of the board. 6. Example 3. Use this example to identify each step by yourself. Robert, Kevin Jones, meet Jeff Miller. We played on the football team at university. Jeff and I grew up together in California. As you may have noticed, some formats you can use as an introductory phrase are, this is. May I introduce? I'd like to introduce. Less formal forms of introduction. When the situation allows, you can simplify the introduction with more casual phrases, such as, have you met? Do you know? Meet my friend. The scale from most to least formal expressions for introducing people can be roughly defined like this: may I present? Most formal, I'd like you to meet. Less formal, meet. Least formal. It is always helpful to give a little additional information about each person to help start a conversation after the introduction. For example, Mary is also a graduate of Oxford University. Mr. Lopez played for the Miami Dolphins in his younger years. Professor Smith is the Dean of Business at Harvard University. It may seem like a lot to remember all at once, but practice makes perfect. If you have a colleague who is also studying business English, set up a practice section to train introducing yourself and others with them. Alternatively, you can create dialogues by yourself if you can't find anyone to practice with. Remember to always speak clearly and change names and job titles to take this exercise further. Practice is the best way to fine-tune your skills.